You try to make sure anything you put out in the public arena is accurate.
Hillary approved planting a false Russia story.
On Halloween, October 31st, 2016, just before the presidential election, Franklin Four published...
Was a Trump server communicating with Russia?
It's a mysterious piece.
Trump connected to Russia.
Was there a connection between a Russian bank and the Trump campaign?
A connection between a Russian bank and the Trump campaign?
Not only is there clearly something there, but there's clearly something that someone has gone to great lengths to conceal.
Akin to what criminal syndicates do.
An explosive story
linking the Trump organization to a Russian bank.
Alpha Bank.
The most direct link between Donald Trump and Moscow.
The Russian bank, Alpha Bank.
The key to unlocking Trump's ties to Russia.
The Russian bank, accused of colluding with the Trump campaign.
Confirms our worst fears about Trump.
I mean, what more evidence do you need?
Folks, I'm an expert.
It's very, very obvious.
Alpha Bank pinging the Trump Organization server.
Implicit allegations of collusion with the Trump campaign.
Connection between the Alpha Bank server and the Trump Organization.
Connection between the Trump Organization and a Russian bank.
A possible conspiracy. We're just living in kind of suspended animation as we await the findings that Mueller is going to come out with.
Director Mueller, Slate published a report suggesting that a server at Trump Tower was secretly communicating with Russia's Alpha Bank. And do you know if that story is true?
My belief at this point is not true.
I'm really bothered still about the server connection between Trump Tower and Alpha Bank.
The Russian Alpha Bank.
Alpha Bank, whose server was found in Trump Tower.
Alpha Bank, boy, there are a lot of dots that are starting to be laid out here.
Alpha Bank.
I feel like there are a lot of dots here. I'm worried about all the little dots that I see out there. Alpha Bank. It looks quite disturbing. Dots.
These connections.
You know, what was being transmitted?
That could be a missing link in terms of figuring out how involved the Trump campaign was. In the Russian effort to interfere in the election.
This is really important.
Some sort of odd computer server connection. Alpha Bank, Trump Tower.
Suspicious web traffic.
Dots that are being connected by Special Prosecutor Mueller.
And if we stop chipping away at it, we're not going to get to the big answer.
It's not true.
When it came time for Robert Mueller's report, the Mueller report didn't mention the Alpha Bank thing at all. Honestly, it has been driving me nuts. The Alpha Bank server mystery. Strange, unexplained, vexing little mystery.
Very vexing.
The mystery of Trump's ties to Russia.
Mysterious contacts.
The mystery still unsolved. So mysterious.
The Alpha Bank server talking to the Trump Organization server does sort of look like the Trump Organization and that Kremlin-connected Russian bank. Alpha Bank did have something weird going on as they tried to keep secret. Computer communication between different computers. Mysterious electronic communications.
Strange communications between Alpha Bank and Trump Tower.
This bank in Moscow is communicating.
Trump Alpha Bank communications.
Why was the Trump Tower server communicating with Alpha Bank?
Alpha Bank Trump server communications.
Secret server to communicate with Russian Alpha Bank.
Why the hell is a Russian bank communicating with a server that belongs to the Trump Organization? Communications between somebody at Alpha and somebody at Trump Organization. Computer communication. A computer server communicating. Unexplained communication. Covert communication.
Covert communication channel.
Nefarious secret communications. Communicating. Unexplained communications. Communication between the Trump server and the Russian Alpha Bank server. Unexplained communication. A secret line of communication. What kind of communication? Why was it communicating? The content of the communications remains the holy grail here.
If there were communications. This is just metadata. So
the FBI ultimately concluded that it could be spam.
Really strange, unanswered communications.
But we do know that the FBI apparently took the communication between those servers quite seriously.
The FBI had actually ruled out anything nefarious.
That is classic propaganda, and the Russians are really good at it.
Crazy, right?
As the true grail will bring you life, the false grail will take it from you.
And in this case, Michael Sussmann is a former lawyer for Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign. He's charged with lying to the FBI.
Jimmy on a beat, boy.
Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. 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 BOOMER, please, your dusty mood don't vibe with me. You are old Okie dokie, boomer.
Okie dokie, Boomerette.
Okie dokie, Boomer. What's up? Welcome to Tuesday night.
It is Tuesday night. Great show last night. You and Farron did a great deep depth dive. So that was great. Yeah, awesome. Sarah,
we're still waiting. We're still waiting for a verdict. We didn't get one today.
Oh yeah,
right?
they're gonna drag this up. This is
drag it on.
They're gonna all write books. So.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oz is John Steed and Chanda is Emma Peel, not wearing leather. Ooh. The Avengers, not the Marvel
sticks.
Ones. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is a
leather
stick.
always sticks.
But serious, check out this card for Saturday night. We're both wearing leather Saturday night for Beauty and the Boomer.
Are we?
Yeah,
we
we're both
are.
wearing leather. We're sporting the leather, looking good. So I suppose the animal rights activists will be out to kill us, but we're wearing leather. Becca C, good evening, Becca C.
Becca.
There is Steve Cutler live. Brother Steve, how you doing, Brother Steve? Jilly.
Hey, Jilly.
Jilly, Trump is a communist. Trump's a communist. Yeah, he is. Popeye.
Yeah, Trump's a communist. I'll tell you what. You guys told me to go watch that speech in Wyoming. Last Friday? Woo! Trump was on fire, and if he keeps bringing that energy, the Dems are just going to get rolled over.
Oh yeah, no matter what he says, they're going to do it. Oh my God!
He just dropped truth after truth. Everything he's saying about them, their corruption, they were spying on him. You know, all the corrupt shit they've done over the last 5 years, he's just regurgitating at these rallies where the people of this country have witnessed it. They've lived it. They know.
Well,
and you know, the neo-libs, they live in this little make-believe world where none of that's real. Russiagate's real.
No, it isn't. And Sussmann, Hillary's attorney, got his get-out-of-jail-free card from
Yeah,
the
we've got
Clintons.
that. I want to say that we got that up first on the deck.
Yeah. Chris Foster. Hey, Chris, what's going on?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, there's SFT. What's going on, SFT? Aloha, aloha. Let me check over to Rockfin and see who's in it. Fred Edward.
Hey, Rockfin.
Min Max I'm surprised Beauty and the Boomer is working. I haven't been able to watch the TLAV last or Jimmy Dore or hi Chanda, hi Oz.
Somebody sent me Last American Vagabond on another link. I want to say, where was it? Maybe Rumble. I did catch him on Rockfin a couple times, but
I'm Ryan Christian. Sorry, my brain's not working completely. I was sicker than a dog all weekend, so.
You've been sick for a couple of days now.
It's what we all have, but I just want to say, our chat keeps me sane. You keep me sane, Sister Amber, Sister
our
Linda.
community.
Yeah.
Hi, Crone of Anarchy. Welcome. Glad to see you.
What's going on, Crone? We need to get you a production name credit in your card.
I already fixed it.
You did? You're so good. Popeye, what's up, Popeye? Yeah, we got a good show tonight, so we're just going to go through the blah, blah, here. There's the PayPal.
The show is satire. Satire, please.
Oh, God, yes, satire. People need to get that. It is satire, I hope. Fair use, so we don't get in the doghouse. And what's this one? Is this our Beauty and the Boomer PayPal?
That's our official Beauty and the Boomer PayPal. Now that we've our conglomerate, this is our PayPal link.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys, we appreciate the super chats, we appreciate the super raise, we appreciate the PayPals. The best way to support us is Patreon, and we do like to share out some of that love to some of our sisters and brothers who are helping us do things. So when you donate to us, you're donating to all of us that have anything to do with supporting our sisters and brothers, and I want to thank you for that. On that note, I do have a statement that I'd like to make. As far as Twitter's getting crazy. And
I know.
Yeah, and I'm feeling the love from almost everybody that follows me, us in Twitter.
Aww.
But some of our sisters and brothers are a little bit lacking as far as showing love in return. So just know, guys,
it's never reciprocated.
It's not
Damn it.
reciprocated with some of our sisters and brothers, and I don't need to name names because all of you who are showing the love, we appreciate it, and we hope we're doing the same in kind. If we're not, let us know, because we elevate each other. That's how we do that. But
that's how we network.
When somebody doesn't reciprocate the love, I question that. I wonder what's wrong. Did I do something? But we're
That's just the times we live in, Oz, honestly.
Yeah, nobody has the corner on anything as far as anything. And you know that Chanda
thank you, Becca C.
Chanda and I try and bring to a place where you guys can relax, and it's not all that great information that we get from our sisters and brothers, but it's a place where you can kind of hang your hat and just watch us throw up. So thank you so much, Becca C.
Right. Just talk about what we see out here and try to bring some truths. I mean, you can't get truths from the mainstream media. That's exactly why we sat our asses down and started doing this. Hey, this is what they're saying. This is the truth. And I hope that's what we do, because that's what we've strived to do all these years.
We're not trying to intrude into anybody's lane, and when we can get on the streets, we do it. That's what we do. But we've got great people, sisters out there: Sabrina Safadi, Hardlands Media, Comrade Misty, Convo Couch, Frank Analysis. Who am I missing? There's tons of them.
There's tons of them. I know.
Yeah, I can't shout those people out enough. So keep supporting those folks, if you'd be so kind.
Yay, we got a Super Ray. Thank you, Becca C. Aw, cute little heart sticker.
That's a super chat. That's
a super chat. I'm so used to saying Super Rays. Yeah, super chat.
That's so nice. Thank you, Becca. Let me see. I want to just make sure we got everybody shouted out here, because I don't want to miss. Fred Edward, SOB.
Hey, Fred.
Ian Henderson, aloha. And now it's asking me to go live again. What is wrong with this Rockfin app? I'm just like,
Did it stop?
Yeah, it's going. It's live on Rockfin. It's just, for some reason, it like double kicks itself. Anyway.
Yeah, it only went 9 minutes and 25 seconds, and then it looks like it stopped.
Yeah, it did. So.
Are we dead on the Rockfin?
Are we dead on the Rockfin? I'm gonna have to.
Apparently. Maybe that's why Fred was saying SOB. That's my guess. I would be.
So is Rockfin being a booger or what?
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, we just got told that somebody couldn't. Like, why are you guys live? Nobody else can get live, and now we can't go live. We're just spinning.
Well, that sucks.
Oh no, we're live now. We're live. I rebooted. We're live.
Okay, so
we're good.
I'm gonna restart it here and see where we're at here.
I'm watching us live on Rockfin right now.
Okay, so we're all caught up, and we have that background in there, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to keep punching it if it goes down. So.
Beat the crap out of it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
I will keep. And it's asking me to go live again. So if it goes down, let us know.
Let us know if we're down on the Rockfin.
What do we have here? Oh, a couple of things we've got. We have a new section tonight, and it's to compliment, because these two ladies compliment each other. They compliment us. I can't say enough. We are proud to present. We have a Sabby Says segment tonight for Sabrina Saldana.
Yeah.
I trust Sabrina. She's been doing a great job, and she's been sticking to her walk and her talk. And we want to make sure that we give extra special love to Sabrina Salvati and Eric T. Eric the Red over there. They're doing a great job over at RBN, and they're going after the new shit libs of the left, which is Breaking Points and Jordan Chariton and Ryan Green.
Right.
All of them.
We know who they are.
Thank you for the lane. Thank you for going after those guys. Hold them to task. Make them bring real stuff that speak to all the people, not just their club. Okay, you guys keep it up. If you don't,
they're
watch
elite
it,
little club.
Yeah, they're a little club. What do we got behind us?
Well, of course, Clinton's attorney is not guilty. Are we shocked? Are we shocked? I'm not shocked.
So we want to get now to our reporter, David Spahn. And David, as I was about to say, this trial was also taking a look at not just the fact that he lied, but whether or not he could bring into focus anything else that was going on. Because once it was found out that he was working for Hillary Clinton, what else didn't we know?
Harris, exactly. Was this lie material to the FBI's investigation? That's something that jurors had to find out. Apparently, they think that he did not lie to the FBI, or maybe it wasn't material. We're getting those details now. I'm getting texts right now from our justice producer, Jay Gibson, who is inside the building behind me. But Michael Sussmann, the Clinton campaign lawyer indicted in special counsel John Durham's probe last September of 2021, not guilty for a charge of lying to the FBI. Harris, to give everyone just a backstory, we've been reporting this for about 2 weeks. So Michael Sussmann was a Clinton campaign attorney in September 2016. He texted the FBI General Counsel, James Baker, who happened to be a friend of his, on a Sunday night on his personal phone, essentially said that he had some information that he wanted to meet with Baker as soon as possible at FBI headquarters. The next day, on September 19th, 2016, Michael Sussmann walked down the street here in Washington into the FBI headquarters and met with James Baker. In that meeting, he relayed information about an alleged secret back channel between the Trump organization and a Russian bank called Alpha Bank, which had ties to the Kremlin. Now, the question is...
All right.
Okay. Okay, so...
Go ahead.
You want to know what the hell's going on? Yeah, this trial seems sus, man, is what Steve says. And absolutely it's sus. You want to know what's going on here? This is the Dems knowing they're going to lose everything. So they've got to tie the Russiagate up with a nice little bow on it and leave no loose ends for Trump or the Republicans to get a hold of in their next term, because, they're looking for revenge. I mean, Trump's made no qualms about looking for revenge if he, gets elected. I think this is them trying to sweep everything under the rug. Oh, nope. We already had trials on that. He's already been acquitted. This is their way of cleaning up Russiagate real fast and before they lose.
I used to think that judges appointed by Democrats were more honest, but I'm not thinking so much anymore.
Hell no. They're all corrupted. FBI is guilty. The FBI has been guilty since the fucking inception of the FBI.
And I don't know, from the information that I've garnered through different media, he lied. That was it.
He did.
Now,
he lied. He called from his personal phone on a Sunday night. Like, he's still working actively for Hillary. We know exactly what happened.
He made a deal here with the goon squad, and they let him off. So that's
whose State Department is it? Who's federal? I mean, come on. The Clintons still pull all the strings in D.C. Period.
Yeah, the Justice Department under Biden's garbage. So
yeah, I don't, because it's Hillary's State Department, Obama's. It's one and the same. They are the same. Just change the phase.
The machine is broken, and that's the narrative tonight. The machine is broken. It's time to junk that machine and get a new machine. What is this one?
Oh, of course, I had to bring a little United spot.
Okay, let's fly.
Let's fly.
Your Honor, objection! I didn't even say anything. Sustained. What, Your Honor? Michael Sussmann is innocent. Objection! Overruled. Your Honor, can I approach the bench? No, you can't. Can I ask the witness a question? I plead the fifth. Sit down, Durham. But Your Honor, one more word out of you and I'll hold you in contempt. Your Honor, we'd like to drop all charges. What? Has the jury reached its decision? Yes. We, the jury, find Michael Sussmann not guilty of everything! Objection! Overruled! Case dismissed! Bailiff, take Durham into custody!
And there you are. That's probably sums it up very realistic.
Yeah, I think that's probably more accurate than satire in that respect.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Clintons are the crime family. I used to think that wasn't the case, but I've changed my opinion over the years. So I think I'm going to make a deck of playing cards, Chanda, with all these grim figures.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make some playing cards.
That one came out so good. I want to make a deck of grim playing cards. I'll probably have to change the name.
Collect them all. Get your blue ones. Get your red ones.
Yeah,
collect them all.
We're going to have to get that going.
Trade them.
Yeah, because Amy Klobuchar is garbage, so she's just another one.
Those would be better than Garbage Pail Kids. Remember the whole Garbage Pail Kids?
I remember Cabbage Patch Kids. They used to go for like thousands.
Oh, I had one. Yeah, I got one that year.
Of course
I did.
I love this. I love the banner up here. This is pretty much it. I hope the squad gets. I'd like to see the squad gone, just because I'm sick of them. For no other reason. But
they're not going away. They're the new in club. They're not. Well, we knew that. We knew that. We've been telling everybody that for 2 years. Like, they are the replacements for the shit libs.
They want to get rid of Ayanna Presley, I think.
Some of them get burned along the way. That's just
she's
politics.
Not supporting Israel. I think that's what it is.
If you don't toe the line on Israel, you go bye-bye.
Yeah, so you got to do that. What's this guy down here?
So Nancy Pelosi, that's Paul.
We all heard before he's blown into the little thing, pipe test kit?
Yeah, Paul, he took a little cruise.
82 years old, and he's drunk driving. What's wrong with that picture?
Welcome back to Mornings on 2 at 5:14. The husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was arrested over the weekend in Napa County on suspicion of drunk driving. The CHP says 82-year-old Paul Pelosi was arrested late Saturday night after allegedly crashing his Porsche into another car while trying to cross Highway 29.
Glad he didn't kill anybody.
No one was hurt. Paul Pelosi was booked on 2 misdemeanor counts. He posted bail Sunday morning and was released. A spokesman for House Speaker Nancy Pelosi did not want to comment. The Pelosis, by the way, own a home in St. Helena.
Now, if they were really doing their research, they would show that he's got a record for doing this shit.
Yeah, one just 3 years ago. And let me tell you, I got a DUI 20 years ago. And my attorney told me, you're young. And if you get another one, you will do jail time because they don't screw around anymore. They gave you whatever hoops to jump through the first time. That's your fucking warning. If you get another one in your lifetime, you could be at risk of going to prison. Yeah, this one just happened 3 years ago, which, a lot of the statutes are set for years. Like if you violate it within 5 years, then the consequences are double. A lot of states are stacked up that way, especially with DUI. And come on, Nancy wouldn't even make a comment on this shit. I'm on the East Coast. I don't know what he's out there doing. But if you're going to get all hopped up when you're out at the Napa Valley wine spritzer and drive your Porsche into, another car, he's 82. And 100 millionaire. We know how much money these people have. What the hell is he doing driving himself around, especially at 82? I mean, I'm just saying, if you have that kind of money and you're all tanked up, why couldn't you just call a driver?
Because he's an arrogant piece of garbage. Like the rest of them.
And like Jimmy said, and I heard Jimmy talking about this earlier, that he's arrogant. He does it all the time, probably. That's why arrogant. He thought he could do it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all arrogant. I mean, the guy, they probably got him out of jail because he stunk so bad. Because those Richies, they have an odor about them that is unmistakable. What is it? It's high karate and Old Spice. Is that what it is? Something like that. With a whiff of Depends. So
with a whiff of Depends.
There you go. So what do you got here? Another.
We just call it Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's your United spot.
Okay. There's those beautiful eyebrows again.
So, House Drinker, what happened? Well, as many of you know, my husband, Paul, was kidnapped by the police after being hit by a drunk Trump supporter.
But your husband was the one who was drunk.
Allegedly.
Allegedly?
Yeah, allegedly. Whatever happened to the innocent until proven guilty?
Why didn't he call an Uber?
Because we're rich. That's why. We can do whatever we want.
Okay, but your husband was drinking and driving. He could have hurt someone.
Did he? No. This is all just a smear campaign from Trump. My husband wasn't drunk.
He wasn't?
No. My husband is a saint. Those racist police officers kidnapped my rich husband and used excessive force. He's lucky to be alive. Thank you, George, for watching out for my husband, Paul. Miss you. Miss you every day.
So this is all Trump's fault?
Of course this is Trump's fault. Remember when I got my hair done and I wasn't wearing a mask?
Yeah.
Totally Trump's fault.
Okay.
And remember when everybody found out about my insider Australian deal?
Yeah.
Trump's fault too. And remember when my husband was arrested for no reason?
Let me guess. Trump's fault?
Yes. It's all Trump's fault. My husband was hit by a Trump supporter and wrongfully arrested by racist cops who charged him because of his skin color and lifestyle choice. I'm gonna fight this. My poor Paul has been through so much. He was on his way to donate a Porsche to the kids so they could have paper for him.
Jesus Christ.
And the cops kidnapped him for no reason. We need to defund the police. And I am going to impeach Donald Trump. No more questions.
He's going to donate his Porsche
to kids. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Do you know who I am exactly? You know he said that. You know he did.
I'm sure he did.
Don't you know who I am? Yeah.
What a piece of garbage. What do you got here? Direct.
I commend the officer that had the balls to actually step up and arrest him.
God, he's lucky he wasn't black. They probably would have killed him on the spot.
He would. Yeah.
Yeah. What's this?
I don't know. I thought you put that there.
Biden Pelosi call for a strong Republican Party. I might have put that there. I don't remember. This is just common knowledge here.
Some of this stuff's on the deck from the last couple of weeks. Remember, we didn't.
Yeah. So Joe Biden, we need a Republican Party. Nancy Pelosi, the country needs a strong Republican Party. In my view, we need a strong Republican Party. Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi. Why didn't they just, whatever. Whatever. They're lunatics, So, what do we got here? What's this?
They're lunatics.
What's this?
Let's see. Blue cheese. Don't believe me? The Federal Reserve just reported that the U.S. corporate profits are up 25% across the board. So we have the highest inflation in 40 years and the highest corporate profits in 50 years. Only a fool or a liar wouldn't make the common sense connection.
You think? I mean,
great one, blue cheese.
Yeah, no, I think that's
Optimus Prime.
Absolutely correct. We're blowing through these tonight. I've got a streetcar to catch. We have Bernie Sanders.
Okay.
Bernie Sanders. What is this? Bernie Sanders.
Oh my gosh!
What's this all about?
Bernie's been out there backyard stomping, and everybody's like excited. Oh, Bernie!
For what?
I'm just
what are they excited for?
I know, like what? He's going to get more dumb-dumbs elected?
No, I've seen so many Bernie 2024 signs, it makes me want to hurl. So,
really?
God,
no, it's just delusional. It's delusional thinking. Knock it off. Stop it. It makes you look mentally ill. Anyways, this is Gray Zone. Gray Zone talking about Bernie supporting, hey, you guys can't have no money or anything that we fought for the last 6 years, but let's give money to Ukraine.
Oh, it's a Gray Zone. I love this. I think I saw this one.
Build Back Better has been completely sidelined. Now a massive package with no debate is being rushed through to fund the military-industrial complex, intensifying the U.S. role in a proxy war. Bernie Sanders has always claimed to be anti-war. He voted against the Iraq War. That's what helped distinguish him in the 2016 and 2020 primaries from his opponents. So no, I did not think, and this is me being naive, that Bernie would go and vote for this huge gift to the military-industrial complex and this huge escalation of a very dangerous proxy war. I did not think Bernie was that craven, but I was wrong. And the fact that he went along with Russiagate for so many years, even though Russiagate was used to destroy him and everything he cares about. I mean, let's recall how Russiagate began. 2016 should have ended the Hillary Clinton wing of the party.
Should have.
They lost to a reality TV show host, and they were caught conspiring against Bernie Sanders. Bernie was poised to take the reins, to present voters with a genuine alternative to the fake populism that Trump had given them, tapping into discontent over a failed neoliberal system. And also, the Clinton wing was caught plotting against him, so there's no need for him to pretend to play nice. But what did he do? When the Clinton campaign and their allies came up with the Russiagate scam, as we talked about earlier, Bernie, instead of calling it out, he played along with it. And instead of focusing on the content of the emails that showed massive corruption and bias against him,
Here's what's in the
Bernie
emails.
played along with the Hillary Clinton campaign's narrative that it was Russia that did it, and that's what we should be concerned about. To the point where he introduced that resolution, you played the clip of it, of him going on the House, on the Senate floor, and that resolution basically would force Senate members to accept the claims of the U.S. intelligence community, even though, of course, those claims have since been shown to be incredibly dubious and I think completely false. But basically, he was so committed to propping up the narrative of the people that tried to destroy him that he introduced a measure that would force people to basically pledge their loyalty to those allegations and the intelligence officials who generated them.
How can they even bring that to the floor? Huh? What's the deal?
There's your anti-war candidate.
Yeah,
there
he is. Oh, Bernie, our savior.
Yeah.
Our savior. Anybody
But
want
we're just wrong. We're just wrong, and they're right that we have to go over and kill and give money.
He talks a great game.
Yeah.
Now go away, go retire.
Well,
go
to
write
me,
your
when
book,
you're
whatever.
anti-war, and I've been anti-war for many, many years, you oppose war, period. Not like, well, some war is good and some war is okay. No war is good. No war is okay. Like, firm line in the sand. All of a sudden that's changed now, and anti-war Democrats are, okay, we can have a couple of wars.
Yeah, I guess it's okay. Let's fund the military-industrial complex. And you know what? Yes, Aaron, you were naive. A lot of us were naive, but not anymore.
A lot of us were. Yeah,
not
anymore.
Not anymore. He's shown his true colors. And the night he had that last debate, last debate with Joe Biden, where he didn't make Joe Biden tell the truth 5 times.
Yeah, Google
five
it.
times. Joe Biden lied 5 times on the debate stage, and our hero Bernie didn't show him as the liar, as the scumbag that Joe Biden is. And Bernie didn't do that. So that tells you about the character of cloth that Bernie's cut from. I'd love to sit down with Bernie, because the last time I talked to Bernie was on a call-in show way back with Tom Hartman's. And 3 times, Oz is right, Oz is right, Oz is right. Well, Oz is right again. You're a sellout and you need to retire and go away. You offend me. Pushing the same
and he breaks my freaking
stuff
heart.
that you've done when you don't even follow through with your grand words. Right. So you are not a champion of the people, Bernie. And Ronnie and all the rest of them are screaming, "Oh, Bernie, 2024." Take a hike. We're so done.
Yeah, it's delusional. It's delusional.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You brought more superhero crap, huh?
Yeah, how Americans think the world sees them, how the world actually sees them, and how they really are, and amateur looters and professional looters.
Yep, that's exactly it. Nailed it. I'm glad you brought Beetle Oz in there. I love it when you use Beetle Oz. I love it when you use Beetle Oz. I hear they're going to have somebody else play Beetlejuice. Who is that?
Oh, did this one even get cut? Beetlejuice. Johnny Depp's being tossed around for
Beetlejuice. He could do it.
For Beetlejuice.
He could
and
do it.
That would be a Warner Brothers movie.
No.
So will Warner Brothers make up? I really don't think that. I think it's going to depend on the verdict of this case on who goes forward with a career. Will it be Amber or will it be Johnny?
Well, Aquaman's going to lose millions because of Amber Heard. And this whole
we warned them. We told them. We got that petition up like 2 freaking years ago. We kept telling them because we knew the facts of the case, because the facts were out there. The audio had been leaked. You know, we knew she was lying, and we kept telling them, no, don't cast her in. Don't. They didn't listen, so that's why you're losing millions and millions of dollars.
Oh, they're losing, yeah. With the likes of John Cusack, who came out against Julian Assange, by the way.
Get out of here, yeah.
Out of here, Cusack.
Hit the road, Jack.
Hit the
there's
road,
a gated
John
community
Cusack.
wine spritzer to go to.
You bore me. You over narcissistic mental oyster.
Oh yeah, he's got a big narcissistic head.
Okay, what's this? Did we cut this? Yeah, this is cut.
I think this might have been on here from like 2 weeks ago, but Musk threatens Hillary, so.
No, play it or cut it or split.
Play it. It's only like a minute something.
Let's listen to it. Rerun.
It'll be a surprise for all of us.
So Hillary Clinton, they launched the Russiagate. I don't know if you know. If you don't watch the show, if this is the first time, this will be a shocker to you. That Russiagate was an evidence-free conspiracy theory, which is why no one went to jail for it. No one. And they had every reporter and every FBI guy investigating it, and they couldn't put Donald Trump, who everyone says is the biggest moron in the world. He somehow outsmarted the FBI, and they couldn't find out that I know he's working with Putin. So this was all launched by the Hillary Clinton campaign to cover up that she lost to who? A game show host. So they couldn't ever do an autopsy on the Democratic Party. Why are people more willing to vote for a game show host than they are for a politician like Hillary Clinton? That should have been the question. They never did that. They decided, hey, let's just pretend it's Russia, and then we could ramp up bad feelings towards Russia again, like a new Cold War, and then we'll just use Ukraine as a. So that's what's going on. So now they're funneling all their billions of dollars through Ukraine. By the way, Ukraine, the most corrupt country in Europe. Ukraine. Okay.
You think that's the reason that they just talked about NATO but didn't want them in NATO?
you think that's the reason why Hunter Biden was a major player in that country? Because So when she tweeted this out, on October 31st, 2016. She said computer scientists have apparently uncovered a covert server linking the Trump organization to a Russian-based bank. Now we know that's false. This is not only false, this is active dis and misinformation or malinformation. I'll go so far as to say it's
Since she was she was a candidate, she should be indicted for that.
Yes, and I absolutely remember the day that email dropped. You know, I was a Bernie delegate. That was 2016. It was after, you know, Bernie had got up on that stage after the DNC and embraced Hillary and campaigned for her. And that was like a stake right through the knife of all of our hearts that had been out on the streets, had been on the ground, had gone across the country campaigning for him to get up on that stage with her after all of the low down, dirty shit they did to us from convention to convention, from caucus to caucus. I mean, if they could rob, steal it, flip it, you know, ballot stuff it, they did. And when that didn't work, they literally shut the lights off, flipped us off, and called the fucking cops in multiple places in Nevada. You know, I just want to remind people of that. When you get behind Bernie, I understand you want hope and you want change. We all do. I mean, that's what we've been fighting for. But when you get behind Bernie, you're just being gaslit. You're just being, you know, played. You're being used. 5-6 years. And what has changed within the Democratic Party or the DNC that we as the progressives can say, that's what we changed. We did that. We haven't changed a goddamn thing, not one thing. And Bernie is one of them. So just know you're going to get hurt again if you go for Bernie in 2024.
You are. The Democrats use Bernie as one of their boogeymen. And because they use it in the backhanded way. So this is
yeah. Oh, you're a Bernie supporter. Yeah, believe me, I know.
Yeah, we were. So what do you got, Elon here?
Elon Musk has officially lost $69 billion this year. That's where all your money went.
Cry me a river. Cry me a river.
He spent it on Amber Heard trying to buy fucking Twitter.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, what a nightmare.
Oh, but the next one's good news too.
How good?
Breitbart's exclusive. Bill Gates poured millions into a dark money fund just to attacking Elon Musk.
Breitbart, is that even credible?
Right. Are any of them credible?
No.
Okay.
MSNBS isn't credible. CNN's not credible. None of them are credible.
Yeah. I'll tell you who's credible. Gray Zone's credible.
Gray Zone's credible.
Savvy Sabs is credible.
Savvy's credible with her research.
I can tell you who's credible.
Yeah. We know who's credible, everybody. We know whoever. I just want to say, Popeye, Chris Farley, yeah, he would be a great Beetlejuice. He's 62 years old. I don't know if he's got the energy.
Oh, Chris Elliott?
Chris Elliott, sorry. Rest in
he's
peace,
getting
Chris
up there
Farley.
in age.
Yeah, he's 62.
Right.
He's born in 1960. I did look that up just now, but I like Chris Farley. He's done some good work, and he's never got the credit I believe he's deserved.
I think he overacts. I just gotta say.
You know, he does, but he doesn't. He's not the same character like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Rambo or any of those. He does try and gives his characters dimensions. So
yeah, no, he does.
He's made me laugh. So
I liked him in Shit Creek. He was good in Shit Creek.
I liked him in Groundhog Day. I thought he did a better job than most of them. So let me see. What do we got? Here?
Let's see. We got
Is it Giuliani.
Giuliani. He's all fired up and pissed off out walking parade route.
Is that one of our red berets, or is that just somebody in a Trump hat?
I don't know. I think it's probably a Trump hat.
All right, let's check it out.
Oh, it's his wife.
God, he's fatter than me.
Look at his flags.
Are they hoisting Jewish flags?
Yeah, he's got one stuffed in each sleeve. You are a brainwashed asshole.
You're a brainwashed. How can he do that? Oh, fuck off. See who he works for. A lot of, you know what? I would say over half to 3/4 of Congress should wear one of those flags because they support Israel. They should. They should absolutely support Israel. Oh my God. They're working for him.
I know, Sarah. Can't Elon and Bill just duel 10 paces with grenades?
Oh, that would be great. With
that
grenades.
Would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Is that violence? Yeah. Most powerful weapon on the planet, TV sets. Weapon of mass deception. Bidenville. That's about what we're looking like, everybody.
I made that meme. I made that meme.
That's great. Make a bigger one.
I'm going to make one and put one up on Twitter. Yeah. I've got my first thing going crazy on Twitter.
I saw they were removing homeless from another community today. just throwing all their
everywhere.
shit in a big dumpster.
It doesn't matter. We are disposable to this.
We need to focus on mutual aid. We need to organize these homeless people, get them help. We need to start amassing the people against these goddamn politicians and get them thrown out of office. Both parties need to be taken to the ground. Period. They do not represent the people. Get that through your fucking heads.
Yeah.
They do not represent you. They represent the wealthy and the donor class. They've militarized the police to protect their asses, not our children in schools. That's
Which
it.
was so
no
apparent
argument.
this week.
No argument. You can't debate that. It's a fact. Look at the history. They're killing our sisters and brothers of black, of color, everywhere, every day. We have got to get our heads out of our ass and our butts out of these chairs and organize all these communities. The duopoly is against the people. They're it. They're done. They're working for anybody but the people. Sorry, I'm pissed. I'm grumpy tonight. Wow.
Well, it's their fucking policies that are putting people there. Their drug policies, the war on drugs, the housing, education, everything we've been screaming about for years is the result of it. People are like, oh, what's the fix? What's the fix? The fix is all these things we've been screaming about.
All of the things we've been screaming, and they've been using the television set and media and advertising to social condition all the morons out there. And unfortunately, a lot of them are my boomer sisters and brothers.
I was a moron for a while, a long time.
The boomer
most
class
of my life.
that goes out there and votes, everybody, over 50 is the biggest voting bloc. They're the ones that eat this shit up that they put out, from pharmaceuticals to video games to movies, everything. They've been socially conditioning us. You guys got to get off that teat, man. And here is our wonderful news addition to the show. We're going to have
Sabby Says.
Sabby Says. We're going to be doing a Sabby Says, unless she calls me and complains, says, Oz, don't do that. You guys are too violent. No, we're not too violent. We're not too violent. Sabby, we just love you, and you have been sticking by your walk and your talk. But this slice right here was great. The whole show, this show was great. This was yesterday. I haven't had a chance to see today's, but check this out. She nails it. Out of the park, 500.
They were progressives and they came from activism. They're not doing any activism anymore. They're careerists now. They've been corrupted. They've been eaten up by the Democrat machine. And I call it a machine because that's what it is. Now, with ordinary machines, a lot of times you can tune them. They start to fall apart, start to break here and there. You can tune them. You can repair a machine. You can tweak it, make it just right so it can continue to keep trucking for another couple years. That's what we tried to do with putting progressives through the Democratic Party, right? We tried to tweak it. Let's fix this machine. But sometimes when you try to fix a machine, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes the bolts fall off. Sometimes a screw falls off. And then you may need to come back with different types of nuts and bolts to really repair it. And if you go to a repairman, he might tell you what? There's no more repairing this. It's old. It's done. You need to get a new machine. You need to get a new appliance. I can't fix your washing machine anymore. It's done. It's had its days. You need to buy a new one. We are at the point right now where we need to buy something new. Trying to sit here and fix and repair this old ass broken machine from the 60s, 70s, the nuts and bolts have fallen off. We need a new system. The one we have is not working. So I see a lot of people that want to talk on Twitter. They want to say, you guys telling people just to give up, that's just not right. That's so mean. You guys need to keep fighting. I notice all those people are wealthy. David Serretta wasn't too happy with RBN because we told him this is ridiculous. David Serretta, another one. Got a lot more money than me. And every single one of those people are welcome to come on this show. I've invited David Soretta on the show to have that conversation. And in fact, I told him that I think there is a misunderstanding because we're not saying do nothing. We're saying we need a different strategy and we have a different idea.
And
go ahead. No, she's so dead on point. Great analysis, Sabs. Yes, I as the poor, I see the food bank line getting longer, grocery money not stretching even a quarter of what it used to. Gas money, forget it. You're not going anywhere unless you want to walk there. That's what's affecting us. And we have a class above us telling us, oh, no, you just got to buckle down. I went inside that Democratic Party for 5 years. I saw every level of it. County, state, national. It's broken. You can't put the fan belt on. You can't put new bolts in it. You cannot fix it. It's like the car that's been totaled. It's time to get rid of it because it's never going to be fixed. And that's the Democratic Party. It can never be fixed. And yes, until we admit that we have a problem and we're not going to get anywhere. And I've seen this over the last 5 years, going to all of these independent parties and trying to figure out which one's going to be it. Where do we put our energy? Because I'm an activist. Okay, how do we fix this? We got to go. Do we got to build a party ourselves? Okay, let's try that. Oh, that ain't working. Oh, let's go to the Green Party, take them over. Oh, that ain't working. I mean, none of it until we even admit that we don't have a functioning party that is fighting for the working class. We're not going to get a party that's actually going to fight for the working class. But Sab's killing it. Oh, yeah. I so agree with her. That was so great.
Now you see Shama Sawant in there a lot. She actually was playing the clip with Chris Hedges and analyzing the clip. And what's the quote from Shama Sawant?
Shama, she stood toe-to-toe with me in Philadelphia in 2016. And I told her, I'm going to go inside the Democratic Party. I'm going to do what Bernie asked me, and we're going to change it from the inside out. And she said, go into the Dems as a graveyard for the progressives. There's nothing there. You cannot fix it. They own it. It's theirs. And I had to learn the hard way. I spun my wheels for many years till I figured it out.
Yeah. Sabby had Professor Adolph Reed Jr. on last week, and that was a good show, except one problem is I think that Adolph Reed was advocating supporting the Democratic Party and making change with the system we have. And Sabby was getting indigestion in that show, I think.
Don't we all?
She hit him with mutual aid, and Professor Reed used his education tried to use it on Sabby, but
they don't even know mutual aid. They don't understand mutual aid at that level because they've never had to rely on it.
Without mutual aid to support the mechanism of change, you will not have change. You have to be able to fund these things. You have to be able to support the people. You have to have the necessities for a movement. So mutual aid, I believe, is what it is. I would argue with Dr. Adolph Reed because I've got some mileage too, and I've been around. I believe Sabby's 100% right. So are all of our sisters and brothers that are talking about mutual aid, because we need to take care of our sisters and brothers who are less fortunate than the working poor even. And it's just not going to get it. So I'm very, very proud to bring Sabby Says segment to our shows, whether it's on Beauty and the Boomer or Beauty and the Boomer Short Takes. Always has a welcome spot. We support Sabby and her efforts, and Eric, the red over there, 100%. So we've got, you brought this, scariest things on earth besides the Democrats?
The dark, clowns, sharks, serial killers, death, and highway patrol doing a U-turn.
Oh my God.
It will make your heart stop. Come on, I don't care who you are.
I've been there, done that, and I guess you do have the Democrats and the Republicans. They're the clowns. But they're smart clowns. They know how to screw us, and they've been doing a good job. What is this? Who's getting the pie in the face besides you?
This is that's you.
Oh, I thought that was you on the bottom. Oh, I see.
You're getting the pie in the face up top.
Oh,
but this is much. Alex Stein, our favorite comedian who likes to crash city council meetings. And this one I want to say is somewhere in Texas last week. Oh, yeah, it's a judge.
2 seconds. When are you going to protect straight men from injustices, sir? When are you going to disrupt straight men?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but your time is up. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, our last speaker is Mr. Alex Stein.
Okay, cool. How you doing, Judge? My name's Alex Stein. They call me Primetime 99 Alex Stein. And I'm a Blaze TV contributor. And so I'm just, the handout here I have today, I see you got me filming. This is a D Magazine article about Clay Jenkins, and it says, in college at Baylor, Jenkins continued to distinguish himself dubiously. He was arrested twice, once for reckless driving after he led Baylor security and Waco police on a car chase he planned, and a second time for criminal trespassing in a woman's dorm room during a panty raid. Strangely enough, he was never arrested for his role as a famous Baylor pie man, a hitman for a student-organized ring that offered to throw pies in people's faces, professors, ex-boyfriends.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to admonish members of this court.
Yeah, I'm just asking. I would like to get some clarification. On here it says,
but
Judge, what I'm saying, this is talking about a panty raid. I'm not admonishing.
You're not allowed to attack members of this court.
I'm not attacking them.
Yes, you are.
I'm asking a simple question.
What's your question?
I'm asking what is your question? What was the panty raid about? My question is, he was arrested for a panty raid.
You're attacking
I'm not allowed
members
to
of
ask about his criminal record.
You're finished.
I'm not allowed to ask about his criminal record.
Moving on.
I'm not allowed to ask about his criminal record.
You're finished. You're finished. Okay. That was the last speaker. Let me tell you something. Members of this court, attacking us, that's beyond the pale.
All right, so that concludes our public speakers for today.
Okay. So, I brought Alex. We've seen him in many different contexts, right? Sometimes he dresses up as a character and he'll go in and to a city council meeting, or, he goes to meetings all over, different ones. And we've seen many characters from him. He is a comedian. I have to keep telling that to people. This was an act, but what he does is he takes truths about these corrupt damn city council members and politicians, and he calls them out in a satirical way, funny almost. So some people believe it, but what he's trying to do is get the information out there and shame them to their faces and hold them accountable. I find it hilarious that he's doing this. I mean, how else do you call these sickos out?
So those goons on that court were actually, they were arrested for things. I saw those.
Yeah, the judge that they were talking about was arrested for a panty raid and other perverted stuff, I guess.
Okay, and the guy and the other dude, the black judge, was a problem too, right? Didn't he have?
Well, they're covered. Who's the judge answer to? So yeah, I think he was covering is why they were calling him out, or why he was calling that city council out.
Yeah.
But they didn't like it. And that's the bottom line. We saw that in Portland. We've seen it in Austin. I mean, every time he goes and pulls that, man, he gets them up and, worked up, man. They don't like having a mirror held up to their faces, especially in public.
Well, I suggest we all do that. And what you can do coming up this 22 cycle is do research, take your favorite politicians, and just check
call them out,
check where they get their money from, and then make posts, make signs.
OpenSecrets.com.
Just show everybody who they're working for through their money.
Yeah.
We have been saying it. Sabby's saying it. Hardlands is saying it. Combo's saying it. Follow the money.
Follow the money. Always follow the money. You want to know who your politician works for? Go look at his biggest donations.
That's
and who he's taking, what industries he's taking money from.
If you want to take it,
is it the Department of Defense?
Yeah.
Is it?
You want to take a level further? Just look at their voting record as far as these companies' voting bills, and you will see. 10 times out of 10, I swear to God, they have been voting in their favor of their donors every single time.
Always.
Speaking of absolute garbage and trash, you brought this punk.
I did. If you haven't heard what he pulled, let's just listen to this and then I'll get your reaction.
That's not the only thing. The Biden administration was considering this too.
Bring it on.
We're introducing legislation to implement a national freeze on handgun ownership. What this means is that it will no longer be possible to buy, sell, transfer, or import handguns.
You like my dictator I put him in?
Yeah, it's great.
In other words, we're capping the market for handguns. As a further part of this new legislation, we're also fighting gun smuggling and trafficking by increasing maximum criminal penalties and providing more tools for law enforcement to investigate firearm crimes. And we'll require the permanent alteration of long gun magazines so they can never hold more than 5 rounds. These are actions that doctors, experts, and chiefs of police have been calling for years, and we're acting on their advice. I also want to thank the advocates, many of whom are here today, for your tireless efforts. I know that for too many of you, grief and loss are at the root of the work that you do. I want to recognize that, and on behalf of all Canadians, I want to thank you for your strength. Yes.
Coming from Canada's #1 con man.
If you're a Canadian, I would be scared. I would be scared after what we just witnessed with the truckers. And now he's doing this. Do you realize what's happening to you? I mean, we were making fun of Australia during the whole camp thing, but this is worse, guys. This is worse. And you guys need to wake up. And, you know, we know so many people in Canada are awake and they are trying to push back. But
well, some of the things he mentioned there are, I believe, are already in practice as far as the law goes. So what he's doing is he's mixing their wish list with laws that are already existing. And I think this is one more way that they're protecting themselves. Of course, it takes a massacre of children, so they have a platform to make themselves look good.
Yeah.
Or to bullshit
they always
the public.
do that.
They always do that.
They always do that.
Always
It's so vomit worthy.
It's so vomit worthy. And Beto O'Rourke is a piece of shit too, by the way. I just want to say that again.
I know. When I saw that last week, I was just like,
and people are lauding him as being some great savior and advocate.
Yeah, no, that's cringe.
That
is
was
just
sickening.
Disgusting. That is preying on, vulnerable, hurt people. Like, oh my God, that was so disgusting.
We know they're both pieces of shit. And like I said, it takes a scumbag to know a scumbag. You got 2 scumbags, Abbott and Beto O'Rourke. So whatever. This is a holdover, isn't it?
This is old. Yeah, this was a holdover, but I left it here just because there's been so many crazy clips that have come from the World Economic Forum. So I brought one. This one's definitely what Amber warned us about. If you're not watching Brave New Future on Fridays, you need to be, because this is the type of stuff she's been warning us about for years now and bringing the receipts and showing you this is what they're planning. And now they're just telling the world this is what they're doing.
So what
this
is
a nano chip. This is Pfizer's CEO.
Yeah,
this is a pill that you will take that will report back all your information.
Great.
Biometrics.
I called him Dr. Bordega the other day. It's blah. It's kind of like vomit. One thing, he's not really a doctor, isn't he? Isn't he like a veterinarian or something?
I've done reports on him on To Hell and Back. I can't remember because they're all shit bags and I just get them all mixed up.
They hire these mouthpieces from the private sector to become CEOs and
they just
leaders.
bounce around.
Yeah, they bounce around.
Yeah,
this guy's a rat too. But anyway, let's hear what he has to say.
Yeah.
Closing the door because whether or not the kid is upstairs. I was going to start with this video, but I don't want my kid seeing this until it's absolutely necessary. This is the video that I would have started off with, but we'll start with white pill before we get to red pill.
Viva's a Canadian.
Bordering on black pill suppository, or if they have it the way they want, it'll be a black pill oral that the government will know you took because it's going to have a little microchip in it that once it gets into your body will notify the government that you've taken your medicine. Literally, sorry, I didn't mean to scream. Literally, once upon a time, I think the AJs of this world, Alex Jones, would have been called conspiracy theorists for even suggesting this. Play.
It is basically biological chip that it is in the tablet, and once you take the tablet and dissolves into your stomach, sends a signal that you took the tablet. So imagine the applications of that, compliance. The insurance companies to know that the medicines that patients should take, they do take them. It is fascinating what happens in this field. It is basically biological. See?
I'm not being hyperbolic when I say this. This is the new face of evil. I mean, this is the face of evil. I'm going to play it again and just pause it on a few statements, which are, first of all, body language. Maybe I'm projecting. But this is Bourla, the CEO of Pfizer, the same guy who said things which I can't repeat on this channel because YouTube might consider it to be medical misinformation. So this man has said things which I'm not at the liberty to even repeat verbatim. I don't think, but maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating there. Listen to what my impression is that his body language is that of someone who knows that he's saying something grossly offensive, morally, ethically. Those are the same thing. Spiritually, constitutionally objectionable. The way he rubs his nose at the end, but listen to what he's saying. It's a seed. It's not a microchip. It's a seed.
Yep. And he's right. He's absolutely right. That's what the World Economic Forum is. It's a way for them to roll out the things that they're getting ready to impose on us. So that way, we can slowly accept it and come around to it.
Well,
and that's what this is. Can you imagine? Have you taken your pills? You haven't taken your pills, and boom, boom, boom. We're coming to get you.
Look at this guy's face. Now, is that somebody you trust? He looks like he's out of a...
That is straight evil.
He could be the next Dr. Phibes.
Yeah.
Vincent Price is probably... Wow.
Probably couldn't cast him better, right?
Oh, my God, that guy. And Ted Ross is the same. Ted Ross is just a dumbass. But that guy's evil. You brought this one. I think this is but tell us, we got some new information on the monkeypox today.
Yeah, so today, fresh off the press, you can go check out Dr. Campbell's channel. He just dropped a video, and guess what they were studying and working on in Wuhan?
Monkeypox! Monkeypox. Monkey. There's a song there someplace. Jesse, make a monkeypox song, will you please? Come on, Jeff. I think he'd make a great monkeypox song. Oh, here's another nice one. You did this one, right?
I don't think you understand what I said. You don't trust the science? I don't trust Epstein's friend who's not a scientist.
Oh, gee. That's a reach.
He's rehabilitating his image.
Well, they rehabilitated George Bush. They rehabilitated that.
They can do it to any of them.
Well, what's that thing that they brought over to MSNBS from Fox? Wasn't she? You know who I'm talking about? That news reporter. Oh God!
From Fox. She came from Fox.
No, she was in. I think she was in Bush's cabinet. The chat knows who I'm talking about. But everybody's gushing all over her. She's terrible.
Oh, they're all terrible.
They're all terrible. By the way, Rachel Maddow knows when to jump off the sinking ship, with her suitcase full of money too. That's why she's not going. She's gonna get busted.
She rode that thing straight into the ground, and don't rely on any news from any lettered agency. None of them. Absolutely.
None of them. The CIA tells them what to say, and they just act. They're actors. They're better. They're better actors than we have coming out of Hollywood.
Which reminds me, do I have that? Okay, I do. We'll talk about it when we get down there.
Okay, so JP's got one of my damn wigs on, or is that his wig? I can't tell.
That's his wig.
That's his wig. Oh, yeah, he's got the blue one. Somebody else has a blue one.
I went over and fought in the war so my family and my country could know freedom, because that's what I believe is right. Which means bravery is always standing up for what you believe is right.
Oh, I stand with the current thing every time. Going along with what I'm told to do is way braver than thinking for myself and risking having a point of view that might make me go against the herd.
Well, all men are created equal. It's taken our society a while to realize this, but Martin Luther King Jr. has it right when he says, "Judge a person based on the content of their character, not the color of their skin."
Literally everything's about race. And Joe Biden's living example is that you should judge a person based on the color of their skin, not the content of their character. And he's white. So black people should listen to him when he tells them what they should think. Yeah, we need more censorship because words are the same thing as violence. Literally, the most dangerous thing I can think of in the entire world is misinformation. It's fun to imagine what our future will be like if we can install more censorship now.
It's what Hitler did to take over a country and damn near the world. Infringing on free speech is always the spearhead of evil and destruction. But the idiot people over in Germany thought he was using censorship to save democracy rather than destroying it, because that's what he told them. So they actually supported it. Why would you ask that question?
Drop today. No, it's all good. I cut it. It's hard to cut JP because, you know, he's very fast. So.
All right, that's cool.
My bad.
No,
My
that's
bad.
that's good. I'm kind of. I want that wig. Remind me to get a.
I will. Jilly, I absolutely agree. She says Ukraine biolabs and what was the other one? I lost my thing. Nigerian biolabs. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got one in Washington State too. It's called Wazoo.
We got one right down the place from we have one out here on the Olympic Peninsula.
Wazoo. They're playing with Pandora's box daily. Everybody, be safe.
You
be
know
happy.
They make cheese at Wazoo. I just found that out today. I'm like,
well,
what?
that's a good place to put the virus in. It's cheese, right? Or is that a bacteria? Anyway.
Cheese, please. No, they make it with a special bacteria.
Is this a new ride at Disneyland?
This is Jason Burmis. This dropped today, and this is the gateway to virtual reality. I guess NASA's gateway. It's called the Gateway.
Weird. You go float around
from
in
Disney. No, it's from Disney. So this is hand in hand, NASA with Disney, and basically it's a ride that pretty much you have to become a cyborg or you have to become a transhuman in order to go to Mars. So that's what we're going to need in order to get off the planet, is for us to transition and merge with machines. And so this is just a little cut of it from Burmis. And
Netflix or one of them made a movie called Titan, and they had Avatar guy.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, he ended up turning into some sort of lizard. So no thanks.
That doesn't turn out well.
No, it doesn't turn out well. He couldn't pee.
Okay, but this is a visitor complex. Okay, and we're gonna play the video because it's literally set up like a Disney theme park. It's not giving you a reality of what human space travel would be remotely like. It's going to give you this aggrandized view that is setting you up for a virtual age where it's not just a headset, but you are literally part of the Borg, part of the machines, part of this new species that Bushnell says that we are creating. Okay? And, you know, there's story today, okay, and I want everybody to check out the Gateway logo here. It intertwines with their lunar nonsense. It's all about a gateway to a virtual world. And, you know, as I've been saying, I don't even think I brought the story up, and I should, so we'll do it live. Let's make sure we did this. You know, the other story is they are admitting today that it's, maybe cyborgs, okay? Like, it's going to be, will future Martians really be cyborgs? Why human colonizers will need to be more than just flesh and blood to survive the red planet. And I've talked about this. They talk about genomically changing the species. When I say they, I talk about NASA documents. I talk about Bushnell. I talk about other transhumanists. They talk about space hardening humans. Okay. Meanwhile, what you're going to get is a Disney-style theme park ride that is going to propagate NASA taking us to the Mars and the moon and to outer space. And it's all getting you ready for the virtual age of transhumanism and bonding with the machines and having an experience that you will never actually have because it is fictitious. The Deep Space Launch Complex. I mean, look at this. Oh, they're always exploring, all right. Oh, wait till we get to the rides. You know, everything Trek episode or Star Wars. It's a ride. It's not reality. SpaceX, oh, we'll get to them. Good old Musker-Do, the Musketeers, will all dance to the masquerade. Ooh, there's neon lights. Oh my goodness, are we going to go to space? So again, it's all about really like the theme park, Hollyweird mentality. That's all this is. This is why they trended. The Deep Space Launch Comp.
You first.
There you are.
You first.
Did you see all of the
Boeing?
different DOD? There was Boeing.
Raytheon.
Yeah. Raytheon. I don't know if I saw Raytheon, but I definitely saw Boeing, and of course we saw SpaceX, and yeah.
Well, they might as well cut to the chase. Get Raytheon in there, right? Gotta have phasers and photon torpedoes. So you know, it's the way it's got to go.
Oh yeah.
This is speaking of androids and robots. You got these three here. Chanda and I were fighting to see who gets to put this one on the deck. She won as usual.
Yeah. These 3 American men have invaded 9 countries in 23 years, killed 11 million civilians, and no one calls them war criminals. Well, we do.
Yeah, we absolutely do. And did you had a few people on this thread that argued with you? They said it's a lie.
Yeah, let me check that thread. Last time I looked, it was like at 12K. And yeah, I've got people like, that's a lie. Somehow that needs fact check. Like, what are you talking about?
Just look at their goddamn records.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You got Wag the Dog Man there, and he's starting to look like an old bulldog. And then you've got Bush, he's getting into clown mode, and then you've got Obama. God, did I bullshit you guys? I'm so rich in Martha Vineyard. You know, that's Obama. That guy. I think these two here are the worst presidents we've ever had as far as criminality. And then you've got Bozo president there in the middle, who's just another sock puppet like Trump and Biden. Trump not so much because he was a loose cannon, but Biden and Bush are pretty much of the same ilk. They're both sock puppets for the military-industrial complex.
I got to tell you, I have a warm giddy feeling in the pit of my stomach every time I think of Bush fucking up and pretty much calling himself a war criminal.
Yeah, most honest
Iraq.
Most honest moment in his presidency. Yeah, most honest moment in the guy's life.
And then he goes,
yeah, 75. Yeah, I know. Do you start the truth when you get older and start getting dementia?
The truth slips out when you're 75.
Yeah, is that how long it's going to take? Well, it didn't take me that long. My dad raised me to tell the truth all the time. So
his dad didn't. We already know.
His dad was
head of the CIA.
CIA liar. So
right.
He came from good stock. Anyway, what's Oliver doing these days?
Oh, I brought this because I wanted to share it with everybody because I have a question. Where do you stand on the future of energy? Is it nuclear? Because that's what Oliver is saying in this Lex Freeman interview that he did the other day.
Nuclear energy? Is it the clean shit? Is there such a thing? Cold fusion or whatever?
Is there such a thing?
Well, if it is actually clean and it doesn't have a waste byproduct, maybe it is. I really wouldn't put these things next to the coastline, though, no matter if they're safe or not.
Right.
Anyway, let's give Oliver a listen.
Stone, you're working on a documentary now about nuclear energy.
Yes.
So it's interesting to talk about this. Energy is such a big part of the world, about the geopolitics of the world, about the way the world is. What do you think is the role of nuclear energy in the 21st century?
Good question. And first of all, obviously, everyone's talking about climate change, right? So here I wake up to that a few years ago, and clearly we're concerned. I picked up a book by Josh Goldstein and his co-author, who's Swedish. Those two wrote a book called Bright Future, A Bright Future. It came out a few years ago, and I lapped it up. It was a book, fact-based, clear, not too long and not too technical, and it was very clear that they were in favor of all kinds of renewables, renewable energy, yes. They hated, made it very clear how dangerous oil and gas were, methane, and made it very clear to the layman like me, and at the same time said that this renewables can work so far, but the gap is enormous as to how much electricity the world is going to need in 2050 and beyond. 2, 3, 4 times, we don't even know the damage. But we have India, we have China, we have Africa, we have Asia coming onto the scene wanting more and more electricity. So they address the problem as a global one, not just as often in the United States you get the ethnocentric United States point of view that we know we're doing well, blah, blah, blah. We're not doing well, but we sell that to people that we're comfortable. We spend more energy than anybody, this country, per capita, than anybody. And at the same time, we don't seem to understand the global picture. So that's what they did, and they made me very aware. So the only way to close that gap, the only way in their mind, is nuclear.
What you feeling on that, Chanda?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly can't give you my opinion. I spent so many years dead set against. I don't know. I don't know where I'm at yet. I guess I need more information. That's why I'm asking you guys. Send me your thoughts. Send me your information on it. Because I thought one thing for many, many years, but, I've kind of woke up from that slumber, and I know that many of the things I was programmed with then, I need to step back and reevaluate. And that's one of those things. I so many protests and so many, I was just dead set. No,
How come we're not out protesting in mass what's actually killing us right now, which is the fossil fuel industry? Why aren't we doing that?
Right. So, I don't see a solution from getting away from fossil fuels. So I was so dead set against it for so long. Now I'm like, okay, maybe I need to reevaluate that, because how the hell are we going to truly get away from fossil fuels?
Yeah, and I think
if it's even possible.
I think the new nuclear technologies may be the way to go, because you know what? We're going to need energy to cool the planet down and to make the changes in the catastrophic events that's happening before our eyes, if we even can. I don't think we can.
I think we're way past the tipping point on that. This is the collapse of an empire and of the world, because when we collapse, we're going to take the whole world with us.
Well, Borla said at the, I showed that Saturday night, they're hell-bent on reducing the world's population by 50%, right? And they're happy with the direction it's going. If that was in context, and I couldn't take it any other way, the way he said it. So, they want to reduce the population.
That gives me the creeps. That clip still gives me the creeps.
Well, here's the other thing too. Pregnancy rates are they're in the toilet.
Oh, I have that. I think that's like 3 slides down.
Oh, yeah, okay. So get out of my mind, you bitty Jesuit witch. You.
Here, I'm going to move it up.
Okay.
There we go.
Anyway, you got this. What is this?
Let me see. Let me get up to that one.
They fear you when you're awake. They fear you what? Oh, that's Santa Claus. Never mind.
Yeah. They fear all of these things.
Speaking resistant. Yeah, and that's why they're militarizing the police and taking away your civil rights.
Rebelling, revolting, not complying, banding together, standing together, condolencing.
Yep.
Let's see. Learning you are the majority. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. They fear you. Watching an entire country learn that it's not actually the cop's job to save anyone or risk any danger. The only reason they assumed otherwise was because of movies and TV shows. And here's the thing. What the hell was protect and serve? Was not something that the cops did?
That was the propaganda that you were fed with on Boomer TV growing up,
protect and serve.
Cops protect and serve, but they're not really here to protect you. They're just here to serve the oligarchs and protect their stuff.
That's what the cops. That's why they've been militarizing them, because they know the day's coming where enough is enough. When our food supply gets so bad, like it's starting to now, and I know many of our chats go to the market, you guys can see what's starting to thin out on the shelves. And it's coming. And I just want to thank you for adding, the greatest propagandist was this guy right here.
I added the EST to it because it said the great propagandist. I'm like, no, he's the greatest.
He was better than Clinton as far as bullshit.
He bamboozled all of us. He bamboozled the whole world.
All of us. And anybody that has any love for that guy, go to hell. Go to hell. Show us what he did that was really good for the people in comparison to what he did with the corporations. He got he got rid of what was that? Show me the body. He got rid of that. He got rid of so much. Anyway, you got another Oliver
He
Stone?
did. He absolutely did.
We just played this, didn't we? We got a new one. You brought this one. This is the one we want, right? Wall Street Journal.
There we go.
Fertility
stump. Yeah, slump.
Habeas corpus. Habeas corpus. Obama got rid of that. So
the U.S. total fertility rate of 2021 remained below the replacement level of 2.1. There we go.
Well, how do you?
This is when you put a experiment in a petri dish and you feed it the favorable things, and it grows and grows and grows, and then at some point it's infinite. It's going to go down.
Look at that line. Look at that line.
We're on the decline. We're on the decline.
Yeah. Maybe that's
we've gone over the bell curve. We're going down.
Maybe that's how they're going to reduce the population, which is fine. Because my daughter, straight out of her mouth, is, I don't want to bring a child into this world, not knowing what the future's going to be, and it doesn't look good. My daughter's 31 this year.
No, I know.
No kids. No way.
Yeah. I know so many that are saying that and are doing that. Yeah.
And you can't even.
They can't afford to take care of themselves. How do you afford to take care of kids?
Yeah.
I mean, I did it and I scraped by it. I barely did it. I think you always find a way, but
yeah. And
doesn't mean it's easy.
We're going to have a true idiocracy because these rich Hollywood pieces of shit are pumping out 10 and 20 kids.
Oh God. And yeah. And if you go follow the inbreeding with these people, they try to keep their money close to home.
Same with the politicians. And you know what? I commend those in Hollywood that do adopt kids. But the problem I have with that, most of the ideology, and I'm going to talk about Angelina Jolie, would you want her raising your kids? No. Amber Heard, would you want her raising kid?
Yeah, they're all out there buying babies.
They're buying babies.
Even Sandra Bullock bought one.
Yeah, I mean...
2. She got 2.
And, I come down on Hollywood. Shannon and I both do. We come down on them hard. And some of them might not deserve it. But I'm going to tell you...
they always deserve it.
They deserve... A whole buttload of them deserve it. If Hollywood isn't lined up tomorrow to get out there and scream for Julian Assange, then they're all garbage. They're all garbage.
They are all garbage.
They're all
garbage. CIA mouthpieces is what they are.
If that one issue of the freedom of the press, they're not willing to step up to the line and say, do not free Julian Assange, then they're part of the problem.
No, Hollywood made Amber Heard's case about free speech. That's all they're willing to contribute.
No, that's it. Hollywood is garbage, and I watch some of their shit, but I find hardly any of it entertaining anymore.
No, I don't. I do too.
When I want my mind to get pickled, I just go turn on some bullshit that they put out there.
Me too. Like, okay, I'm just going to zone out for a while.
DuPont poisoned the world. Yes, this is true.
Yes, and I'm dropping it in the chat for everybody. This is just my treat to you guys. Yeah. DuPont, how they're poisoning the damn world. I lived in just outside of Baton Rouge, and my ex worked for DuPont, and I saw firsthand how they treated their employees and what they did to the local environment.
Didn't they come up with Teflon? Wasn't these guys?
That's what this is about. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it. Yeah. So they poison. I'm poisoned by DuPont. But no class action lawsuit for us. No soup for you, man.
So you're DuPont in the late 1930s.
You're
a chemical company that's been around for more than 100 years.
No.
Any company that's existed for that amount of time should have made a name for itself ages ago.
Okay, I don't care.
But even though you're doing well, you just haven't really popped off yet. That was until 1938, when a doctor accidentally discovers a material called Teflon that's so versatile, so useful, so unbelievable, that it changes the course of DuPont forever. You know Teflon, the stuff used in non-stick pans.
I don't think so.
Well, good thing it's Teflon.
Made with a chemical called C8, Teflon revolutionized the cooking industry for people all over the world.
They won't stick! That's why it's called non-stick! I don't know what non-stick means in Texas, sweetheart, but me!
And Teflon and C8 went on to be used in a ton of other consumer goods.
I remember that
Popcorn
commercial.
bags, waterproof jackets, dental floss, food containers, makeup, pizza boxes, all had some form of C8 or C8 derivatives in them. The only problem was C8 and most of the chemicals like it are extremely toxic and are what's known as forever chemicals because they never break down. But what the public doesn't know, they'll keep buying, so we'll just keep this between us.
Now that's cooking.
So C8 became widely used in a bunch of products that come in contact with people's food, and making C8 takes a lot of work. A lot of work that produces a lot of chemical waste that we have to get rid of somewhere, so why not dump it in the waterways around our factories? I mean, come on, you're not gonna pay for expensive, responsible chemical waste disposal when there's a perfectly good river right there next to your factory. So over the decades, CA spread from the rivers into farms, into tap water, into the animals that we eat, and ultimately into us. To where today, 99.7% of Americans have CA in their bloodstream, with CA being linked to at least 6 diseases, including testicular cancer and kidney cancer. So how did an obscure chemical company get into the bloodstream of nearly every single American? And most importantly, how did they get away with it? Just asking for a friend. This is how DuPont poisoned the world.
Oh. Well, good thing it's Teflon.
Even burned food won't stick to Teflon, so it's always easy to clean. Cookware never needs scouring. If it has DuPont, Teflon.
Wow.
Okay, so I dropped it in the chat for everybody to watch later. You know, DuPont is a Gilded Age menace that has been preying on the people of the world and poisoning them and, you know, poisoning the environment and screwing their workers for literally centuries now. And yeah, I try to bring these to highlight them. I brought you Nestle, I think, last week. Yeah. You know, we just have to keep reminding ourselves who the enemy are. Stop buying from them.
Dow Chemical. Dow Chemical's the other one.
Yeah.
Dow Chemical.
Dow's just as bad.
And Dow Chemical bought some of the dirtiest corporations out there, and they're under their halo now. Union Carbide's one of them.
They're all conglomerates now, but they're the same names that have been screwing us for years and years and years. Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer.
Wonder why you're sick all the time? Wonder why you have no energy? Well, it could be a myriad of things. And I bet you, in a lot of cases, it's DuPont and Dow byproducts. So enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. And that's a song, by the way. What is this? Who is this? Is this the new Department of Homeland Security? Or who is this?
This is a daughter of a police chief in Florida who, she screwed up and daddy came after her.
This Florida sheriff has a slogan.
We don't mess around.
When it comes to meth busts, he's seen it all.
We actually caught one woman was about to shoot up. She had a needle.
He even live streams the arrests on social media.
Come on, you're going to jail.
Almost 1 million people watched this one.
Possession of methamphetamine, keeping a drug house. I know we've had complaints out here.
But what Franklin County Sheriff A.J. Smith came across this week shook him to his core. He arrested someone he never thought would be trafficking drugs.
We went to serve a search warrant at a house where a lady had delivered a large quantity of drugs to an informant. And while we're there, I asked her, where did your drugs come from? And she said, your daughter. And I'm like, my daughter? I said, because we're a small town, everybody knows everybody. I said, Kristen? And she's like, yes.
Kristen Kent, his 38-year-old daughter and mother of his beloved grandchildren. I sat down with the sheriff for Top Story.
We made a controlled buy, and we arrested my daughter. I went to the house and got her.
Wow. What was that like for you?
I can't even put it into words. I mean, when she said Kristen, I was just like, wow. I mean, it's like a gut punch. I mean, you just, I mean, what? It's like it's a dream, And, and that's the thing, too. It's like, I know that of all the sheriffs in Florida or probably across the country that speak out about meth, I'm probably the loudest voice. And I knew that with this, that I couldn't treat my daughter any differently.
Sheriffs.
I don't have an opinion.
There you go. Okay, you're good.
I don't have an opinion about the arrest, but I will tell you, and I brought this to point out, that we have a battle of the sheriffs going on in Florida. I mean, literally, they're constantly trying to do press conferences. They're on TV. Yeah, I feel bad for her. That's just cruel. Daddy arrests you so that way he can go on the national news and holler about meth heads.
That's commitment.
God. Yeah, it is commitment. It is.
That is commitment. I just, don't think your community is void of this. It happens everywhere. I lived in Bakersfield for a while, sad to say. And there you have plenty of street drugs, But you have all the chemicals that the aforementioned DuPont and Dow Chemical and Monsanto.
Right.
They're just doing it in your face. They're killing you. And
Yeah.
so you're screwed either way. So
Well, no, yeah, that's why decriminalization needs to happen across the board because
absolutely.
they criminalize it,
You can't,
but not what they do.
Is this a banned book?
Yeah, I got us a book. The government means well for you. Media tells you the truth, and Big Pharma wants you healthy. And other fairy tales for naive adults.
I would say some of my boomer sisters and brothers need to read that one. This I'm really, like many of our sisters and brothers, I am broken, surrounded by murderers, Julian Assange. I just saw this, and yeah.
He's unbroken.
He's unbroken. Did I say broken? I'm unbroken. I'm broken that he's unbroken.
Right,
He
and
shouldn't
that's
have
why,
to be.
yeah, I'm broken. It hurts my gut every time I think about it,
Yeah, so Hollywood.
what he's going through.
Hollywood, John Cusack, get out there and support Brother Julian so we don't get screwed even harder by our corrupt, crooked criminal government. But if we do keep getting screwed, I hope they go after you and all your Hollywood ilk at some day. You deserve it. You deserve it.
We hate on Cusack today.
I do. I really do.
It's every day. Every day.
Every day. So he's my shit lib this week. What do we got here? Strawberry, blueberry, IRS robbery. Yeah. I got some of that this week. I was late putting my taxes up because I forgot them, and I sent them in. They were like 4 days late, and they sent me the whole check back, and they said I owed them $5.38 of interest, that they couldn't accept anything but that amount. And what's ironic about it is it was split. It was split into two payments.
It's a two-payment system.
Two-payment system. Why the hell, number one, didn't they just send me an invoice, say, hey, this is the principal and interest you owe because you were late? Fine. But no, they sent me the whole check back with a letter.
That's the caliber of your local elected auditor's office.
Yeah, and fine. I'm not going to tell you how to do your job, but it's absurd because it probably cost you more in labor and time than the fee. So I basically, through my, missending it at the wrong date, cost myself more money. Boy, that's getting a kick in the ass
Well,
twice.
that's where they make their little pocket money, right? Administrative fees.
Number two, they could have adjusted my second payment.
Yeah, they could have just
Easily.
tacked it on at the end,
Easily.
right?
And said, okay,
Yeah.
for the penalty, sir, you'll have to pay electronically or come to
Right.
our office. Whatever. But there were so many ways they could have handled it instead of the way they did. And it's just ridiculous. So screw you guys,
is.
too. I love that. That's good, too. Where are we at? There's nothing there. I'm
They
lost.
love your sweet, sweet dollars, Eric. Yeah,
they
do.
they love every single penny, and they can have them
Very
and
sweet.
shove them up their butts. Here we go.
Oh,
here.
they'll take 'em.
I love
They got
this
wars to
meme.
fight.
I love this meme. Is that Peppermint Patty?
It is. Do all fairy tales begin with once upon a time? No, many begin with if I'm elected, I promise.
Oh boy, that must be Joe Biden's book. AOC's book. All of their books. That's their book, right?
Yeah, you can skip this next one. I meant to take that one out of there.
Okay.
I don't know. I was
Is that
going to move
Lee?
it down one.
Skip the Lee.
Yeah, I don't think I got to the point in that cut, but this one. Did you see this? This is Stacy. She's hanging out and she's got some excuses to make for Biden.
Oh, great. Is she going to win the election down there?
I don't know. That's scary.
Ooh. Okay, let's check it out.
Look at this clip right over here.
And so on the vision side, Biden had a vision. He has talked about what that vision looks like.
He forgot it, though.
No.
His Alzheimer's kicked in.
He forgot it.
You didn't see him? He was talking the other day. He turned around and there was nobody back there. He was like, what up there? I'll be there. I thought somebody was behind me.
There was a promise made, an intention.
I mean, folks, come on. Democrats have been trying so hard to avoid this issue. They've been so utterly dishonest and dismissive when it comes to this particular issue, but they know it. And you know what? I'll give it to the Democrats. During the presidential campaign, they did a pretty good job at protecting Joe Biden. The media, of course, never ran any of his gaffes. They would completely dismiss anything related to his cognitive decline, and most people probably just weren't paying attention. Turn on CNN, turn on MSNBC, and Joe Biden gaffes just just don't really exist to you. It seems like most people were voting for Joe Biden just based on their old impression of the man. Almost 2008 Obama Vice President Joe Biden had no real exposure to sleepy grandpa Joe with no working brain. Joe Biden handlers and Joe Biden aides did everything that they possibly could to keep him in the basement, keep him in the cellar as long as possible. Nobody really showed up to his campaign events, and so it seems as though most people were just unaware of who they were voting for and what his mental state really was. More so, the narrative wasn't voting for Joe Biden as a competent next leader of the United States of America. People were just turning on the TV and it was nothing but Trump bad, he's gotta go, he's a fascist, this, that, and the other. And they were convinced to vote against Donald Trump more so than voting for Joe Biden. And while that is changing, as you can see in the interaction of this show, during this podcast, I mean, the individuals who are running it, I don't exactly get a feeling that they're keen political observers who are following the news cycle daily, but it seems even they know that Joe is completely losing it. Because it's one thing during a presidential campaign, with all kinds of distractions like the COVID-19 and the riots and everything else going on. It's another when Joe is the actual president of the United States and he's representing you on the world stage, and his policies are actually affecting you in your daily life. Then you might get a little bit more exposure to the dementia patient who just somehow stumbled into the White House, and it seems as
I got to agree with him. He's dead on. If you think back to what barraged us, what hellfire hit us during that election. I mean, we didn't know if we were coming or going between lockdowns and riots and yeah, Biden just stumbled his way in there. And now they're going out there and they're trying to campaign for him. And here's the problem. They go on so much mainstream media that's never going to call them out, that's never going to hold their feet to the fire about anything that's not the official narrative. So when she goes and she makes a trip down to a podcast like this, and they actually call her out on, come on, the guy is not in his right. He hasn't had a vision, you know. She's almost shocked because, oh, they're not, you know, no, they're calling me out on some of this.
Yeah,
no softball.
Yeah, well, that's good. They need to pressure her more.
And she goes, like, how dare you call me out on that? You know?
Yeah, they think
Yeah.
they're.
But yeah, and Dems, they'll just go out there and be the talking heads that they always are. And every time for the next 2 years that one of them goes on some independent podcast or gets called out, you know, they're just going to act like that.
Yeah,
they always do.
Ro Khanna does it daily. I got to.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's one of the best at it. Yeah.
He's just
good.
Terrible.
I couldn't find one, but you asked me.
We have a twofer. Beto O'Rourke and Governor Abbott. They're both scumbag of the week.
Very good.
Very good. I think that fits
so earned.
proportionally. That's a twofer. Now, I can't have these people come. You don't go after the Republicans. Well, I'm going after all of them. We are going after all of them.
We went after a lot of Republicans tonight. I have made fun of Bush. I made fun of Clinton.
The ones in charge. The ones in charge. The ones we go heaviest on. So if you get in charge, watch out because the old
Trump hasn't done anything for me to say shit about.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's ridiculous. But yeah, we're going after them all. So, you know, oh, the boomer and the beauty are going after the Democrats. Whatever. Just go screw yourselves, you guys. What do we got here? We're about done.
Yeah, I think we're at FISAs.
We're at FISAs.
Oh, I loved watching them from Columbia yesterday. That was a good stream.
Yeah, it was a good.
It was.
Yeah, I had to fix.
And it pissed me off too, because, you know, just like, oh my God, a third world country can have a secure election, but we can't.
Oh no!
And nobody in this country even cares. No, they want you to sign on to their campaign and get out there and knock on doors for a system that's rigged.
Yeah, the system's rigged.
It's just like
when your counting machines are run by a computer. You might as well just forget it because that they don't even audit. They audit to see if the software is working.
I am a trained vote observer. I have observed many elections, and you're not observing anything.
Yeah.
You're watching a machine.
Watch
do whatever
out!
The hell
They're
going
to
to
call us Trumpers. They're going to call us Trumpers.
I know. I'm not a Trumper.
We're not talking about the general election. We're talking about the goddamn primary. We can't even get past the primary.
Yeah. I'm still in the primary 2016, so screw you and your 2020 shit. I don't till we go back and we fix where the problems always were.
Yeah, mail-in ballots aren't it. I used to think mail-in ballots were good.
I used to too because that was a Democratic talking point. It's a plank that's crammed into you that you regurgitate, right?
We
gotta have mail-in ballots.
Chain of custody.
Yeah.
Absentee ballots. counting machines. Those OBSCAN counters, they can be flipped with one little algorithm. That's it.
It's not even an algorithm because they download that shit.
Subroutine.
Yeah, they download it to a flash drive. And then they just take it and plug it into whatever computer they want to.
Yeah. So anybody can switch the flash drive. So whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't audit these things, believe me. And when they do, they're covered. So, you know, let's just make it easy so there's no question.
We got to be careful. We're treading in dangerous grounds for YouTube.
Whatever. I'm sorry, YouTube.
I know.
Freedom of speech. You know, that's
freedom of speech.
Here we go.
Well, no, because they come after you for talking about the damn voting machines. The Diebold does. They're the ones that punk you.
Oh, okay. Well, punk away.
Punk away.
You got this.
Fee says, I'm sure the Empire is telling the truth this time.
This time.
Yeah. But warning, we put a warning on this tweet because it might have sensitive content. Yes, it's very sensitive that we keep invading and bombing other countries.
Yeah. Are you seeing a pattern? Is that Dave Chappelle?
Do I see a pattern? Yeah. Are you seeing a pattern?
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle. Yep. Libya, Syria, Iraq, Iran. Didn't we do a twofer in Iraq? Or is that Iran? There's a twofer in Iraq. So, yeah. We keep... We
got Africa in our sights.
Yeah, Somalia.
That's where we're headed.
Yeah, this used to be illegal.
You're a conspiracy theorist if you think that.
This used to be illegal, and it's still illegal in my mind. It's against the Constitution. Only Congress has the right or the responsibility of declaring war. I don't give a shit.
These criminals have been doing stuff against the Constitution my whole entire life.
You're a Trumper.
My whole life.
Trump. You're a Trumper.
I'm a Trumper.
I'm a constitutional person. I kind of like that. And that doesn't even hardly work. So thank you, Fee says. Come home soon. We miss you.
Yes, come home, Fee. Pasta.
Yeah. Well, pasta. No. Yeah, okay. Pasta can come home too. We want Fee home first. So anyway, it's been a great show tonight. Hope I didn't piss off too many people, but if I did, I'm sorry. But that's the way it goes.
No, get your boomerisms out. That's why we do this.
I have to. I need a release because I'm going cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo every day I wake up. It's more depressing shit.
Yes.
Joey's coffee. Kate, was it good?
It's always good.
Yeah, it was Global South Gold and Pasta like Global South Gold number 3 and
number 3
Moscow Magic, the Russian blend. So we had to do those honorary ones for Fee and Pasta, and we have sent out some, and we've gotten good response so far. Julian Assange, you want to please write to Julian. Please write. Support Julian when you can. Call out your congressional cuck and make them stand up for what's truth and journalism. And the Fourth Estate's getting shot to shit with this one. So
I
don't know what to say. What are we going out with tonight?
Which one did you pick? You picked Dog and Butterfly?
Dog and Butterfly. Shanda, you've been nailing it on these.
Thanks.
They've just been great. These outcoes have been doing great. And I processed this one. I pre-produced it. So.
Oh, you did? Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
I want to call out a couple of the chats here real quick.
Yeah, let's call out the chats.
Demands get in the streets. Brother Eric, I really enjoy time with Brother Eric. We talk from time to time and try and work out stuff. So, Brother Eric, engineers with Sabrina Salvati. We love you guys. Brother Eric, fair and balanced. We love Farron. We love Gamer, we love Lucky, we love Steve, we love Trish, we love Gamer, Snorky, SFT, Jilly, we love you guys, Popeye. Oh God, I want to call out everybody. Make sure I get everybody. You got Snorky, you got what is that?
Let's not forget about the Rockfin on our way out.
Yeah, we're gonna get the Rockfin one too. I want to call out everybody. We do love you, Chris Foster, Cirrus. God, did I get everybody? Peace. Haven't called you out in a while. Hi, Peace. Good to see you. So nice to see you. Popeye, I think we got everybody over there that's talking. AKA Beauty, you changed it from the accidental activist.
I did change it because, I haven't been out there. I'm not inspired. I am an activist. I've been on the ground for years now as an activist.
Yes, you are.
But I just don't have the drive since COVID. So many of our different, groups or boards, committees, all the, they've kind of fallen apart. People have lost their direction. the directions that we're going in different directions. To jab or not to jab broke so many just other groups apart, right? You couldn't even come together anymore. It caused fights. I'm in a really weird space with my activism. So I feel like this is a activism that I do here. So I changed it for now, and yeah, AKA Beauty. And I'm working on new shows. You know, I got this souped up new system. So I'm going to be launching live my own different shows, a couple of different genres. And
I'll tell you, that system seems to be working great. It's commensurate with Franco's system. We virtually built his system too. So you're about the same system as Franco has. So you
I get to go race Franco?
You get to get out there, get on that OBS. We want to see you and more ladies in independent media. So
Absolutely.
Chanda, make it happen, and I will be there to help produce, do whatever.
You've done great. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
You, from where we've started to where we are now, you have held my hand and got me ready to go and shoved me out in the world. And I appreciate that. And that's what Roar Media was always about, was helping others with that too. You know?
We will do that. And Linda has been definitely a help to me.
Oh, Linda's she's a godsend. All of you. I mean, we have so many amazing supporters that have just helped, baby steps. Okay, here, you guys take off. And that's what we see now. AREM, you are definitely one of them. Thank you so much for your Super Ray. Don't drive angry. Yeah, don't drive angry.
I don't drive anymore, AREM. The gas is too much. So we just,
I know, we can't drive. We have to walk.
I guess we do drive because we do go to the grocery store and we look at things that we can't afford anymore, but we do get the basic.
I know, me too. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm getting the shitty brand. I'm not getting the name brand.
Leonard Trust Fund. Leonard, I see you on all these streams. You are a great supporter. Thank you so much. AREM, Leonard, and let me see. We've got Chris Foster over there too.
Chris Foster.
Let me see. Popeye's over there, and I'm still Minax
Ian.
Cogtatum, and Fred Edward, Ian Anderson, and Fred Edward again. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
everybody.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us on a Tuesday night. We will be back next Tuesday. We're getting back on the regular schedule.
Yeah, if I can stay healthy for a block of days, I'm going to work on it. So I think I have allergies and stuff.
Is Amber doing a show on Friday? Do we have a Brave New Future?
She is set to do a Brave New Future. I think Fee and Pasta are planning to do one Friday. They're talking about doing a makeup on Thursday. I don't know.
Good.
I need to hear from them though, because my schedule's kind of whacked this week. So, but
guys.
I do have them set up for Friday. So anyway, hopefully we'll hear from our brother Pasta's sister Fee. And I think that's it for the announcements. And thanks for putting up with Oz. I'm grumpy tonight, if you can't tell. So
we like it when you get all fiery.
Oh, man. I'm so done with the Democrats, man. I want them down. I want them gone.
I know. I hear you.
I need to go talk to Sabrina. She needs to calm me down. So, Eric,
every email just sets you over.
Yeah, it puts me off the edge. So. But anyway, thanks again, and support our sisters and brothers. We're going out with Dog and Butterfly. Thank you so much, Chanda.
Thank you.
Fantastic again. Can't wait for you to get your shows online, and I know
it'll happen. It's coming.
Love everybody in the chats. Thank you.
Oh, and join our Patreon. We got special stuff coming to the Patreon.
Yes, Patreon. We have to start getting on the board with that. So it's June.
I'm on it.
I think June. That's a good time to start. I will see about the restream tomorrow. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you so much. And here we are with our outgo and a great cover that Chanda picked out, Dog and Butterfly.
Love this song. Have a good night.
There I was with the old man, stranded again, so off I ran, a young world crashing around me, no possibilities of getting what I need. He looked at me and smiled, said, no, dog and butterfly, up in the air they like to fly. Dog and butterfly, below she had to try, and she rolled back down to the warm soft ground, laughing, but she she don't know why. Dog and butterfly. Well, I stumbled upon your secret place, safe in the trees, you had tears on your face, wrestling with your desires, frozen strangers stealing your fires. The message hit my mind, only words that I could find was see the dog and butterfly up in the air, he liked to fly. The dog and butterfly below, he had to try, and she rolled back down to the warm soft ground, laughing up to the sky, up to the sky. Dog and butterfly. We're getting older and the world's getting colder. For the life of me, I don't know the reason why. Maybe it's living, making us giving, hearts rolling in, and taking back on the tide. Balanced together like ocean upon the sky. Another night in a strange town, moonlight holding me, light is down, voice of confusion inside of me, just begging to go back where I'm free. Feels like I'm through, then the old man's words are true. You see the dog and butterfly up in the air, he liked to fly. The dog and butterfly below, she had to try, then she rolled back down to the warm soft ground with a little tear in her eye. She had to try, she had to try. Dog and butterfly, yeah. Up in the air, he liked to fly. The dog and butterfly below, she had to try, then she rolled back down to the warm soft ground, laughing, though she don't know why. She don't know why. She don't know why.